Well, good evening, Team Eagles. So good to see everybody once again. It is Monday evening. As you know, we all gather here by Zoom, which is the next best thing to seeing you all live. I think most of you know that we are Jenny and Mick Daly. We are Presidential Marketing Directors in your support line. We live in the beautiful mountains of Colorado, and I tell you, summer is my favorite time of year. They say that people move here for the skiing in winter, but they stay because the summers are so beautiful. So we always start off our 30 minutes on a Monday evening by taking a look at our Team Eagles contest. And we've still got a few days left, more than a week, in fact. At the moment, though, Nicole Helmstetler is leading the pack with 340 points. So she's got a ways to go to hit the 500 if she wants to be in the money. Close behind her, Dr. Amy Brown and Debbie Ross in third place. And if you notice in red, we have 4 partner pluses there: Shona, Earl, Deneen, and Luke. So
and Donna also made partner plus, but she is just below the leaderboard. So Donna, get yourself on the leaderboard, girl.
There you go.
Just a quick comment there. So in the next 10 days, we span Memorial Day, right? And what happens Memorial Day? We're all out grilling with friends and family, right? And why is that relevant? What a great opportunity to finish the month strong by getting some of those Memorial Day friends and family on board as customers and or partners. Just saying.
Absolutely. Okay, Mick, I think you were going to hand it over to Linda or Brianna.
I will take it. Yeah, Brianna is driving, so I will take it for the next couple minutes. But along those same lines, Mick, just want to remind everybody that Kurt is doing his Finish Strong coaching call this week, Wednesday morning at 9:30 Central. So that will surely give you a few more ideas on how to wrap up this month the best. I know Kurt has mentioned several times on those calls that May is indicative of how your summer's going to look. So this is a good predictor. Get everybody, wrap those things up, get everybody done. I know ours have been kind of slippery. Oh, I'll call you later. I'll call you back. I got the graduation, blah, blah, blah. But we just keep on tracking them down. So, Brianna is driving and she's our program. So, coming down the hill. She's almost there. Okay. So, Mick, do you have anything on the, I have one more thing. And then if you have anything else on the horizon that you want to let people know about, I did want to mention that the June Stories of Hope is going to be phenomenal again this month. It will be, as we've switched it to that third week. So you can go ahead and get that date saved on your calendar, start inviting. We have 2 phenomenal stories from brand new partners, but one is about her mother. And I don't want to give away everything, but it's a story that she was relaying to me, brand new partner, talking about her mom, and really kind of in the recliner, not able to do much of anything, and started on the Juice Plus and got off of a bunch of medicine and was able to take over all of her active duties at Easter. So that's going to be a fun story to hear. And then another one, Valerie is one of the brand new partners under Cheryl, and she was sharing with us all kinds of phenomenal health transformations that she has experienced. And so we said, ooh, that sounds like a good story for our June. And she said she'd be delighted. So go ahead and save the date. It'll be June 19th. And we'll get that invitation posted as quickly as we can get those pictures. So Brianna is now here. But Mick, did you have anything else in the future that you wanted to mention?
Sure. So I just pulled this up in our Team Eagles Facebook group.
Yes.
And we all know and love Dr. Bill Sears, right? And he's a pediatrician who in this last season, in this most recent season of life, has become an expert on brain health, an expert on primetime health for old folks like him and me. And now, look, type 2 diabetes. And diabetes is epidemic in our culture, right? So we all know people dealing with diabetes. So this will be a great event to invite people to on June the 1st, which is this Thursday? No, not this Thursday, the following Thursday, June 1st.
That one is going to be phenomenal. I just recently heard Dr. Chris Schloss, that's hard to say, Chris Schloss, who's a pharmacist, giving some data on 92% of Americans are now either pre-diabetic or diabetic. And I heard somebody ask him, well, how do you know if you're pre-diabetic? And he responded, if you're living in America, you probably are. So that will be a really great topic. Okay, let's see. I think you're ready. Brianna, are you ready? I just saw your text. Okay. All right, great. We're going to skip over the eat and share tonight, give Brianna a few more moments. She's going to talk about the compensation plan. I asked her to review her recent run up that compensation plan to earn the new title that she just got, QNMD. And so she is going to share compensation plan points with us tonight. Over to you, Brianna.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure, I always hate when people ask this, but can you hear me okay? Okay. I know that people always ask that every time, but sometimes when I'm outside, I just know that I actually need to. So I'm excited because I wanted to do something. We were talking about this a little bit different with the compensation plan, because I think that if you're familiar with the Freedom Revolution, if you're familiar with the Juice Plus Hub, you probably know what position you are, how to get to the next one. If you don't know, definitely take the time to get with your sponsor, get with Mick and Jenny if you don't know who your sponsor is, or if your sponsor is like not as active as you would like to be, go above them. You'll hear us say this all the time. There are 5 people that get paid on you, and put them to work. They work for you in this business. And so remember that when you bring people on, if you're in a season that you can't be as active, maybe you join just for the best benefit of your, like you just wanted to get the best bang for your buck. You joined more for like a membership. You're probably not on this Monday night call, but in case you are, or in case you watch this recording, say you sign up someone and she or he is thinking, an extra $500 would be nice, or maybe an extra $1,000, and their dream might be a little bit bigger than you. You will have the perks, stay qualified, but let them work with someone above them. I think that that's really common. That's not going to hurt you if they go above you in the compensation plan. That's really common in a lot of other companies, that you can actually pass your sponsor, and then your sponsor won't get a lot of those benefits off bringing you into the business. We're here in the Juice Plus world. If you're the introducer, you're the connector, stay qualified. If you don't know what that means, talk to your sponsor about that. But that's going to be something that'll help you receive the benefits, regardless if they make it to NMD and you always stay a QSC. So that is always something to go and talk to people no matter what their vision is. So that's kind of my number one that I wanted to talk about tonight is you want to ideally have a person of interest that you want to talk to, especially if you utilize social media. I know a lot of people on here are not like super big on social media, and that's perfectly fine. But when you go to start a conversation, when you go to make a post, when you go to do stuff like that, ideally you have a Mark George in mind, right? So how can I speak and find my next Mark George? And so you want to find things that are going to be relevant to you, or things that are going to be like, what do you enjoy doing? Be honest and authentic in how you have conversations Memorial Day weekend. Be honest and authentic in how you show up on social media. You don't want to be showing someone and misleading them, but at the same point, you have a particular person you're looking for right now. Everybody else, like if you go into a network marketing event, you're at a business lunch, you're at a family barbecue, you're at the doctor's office, you're at the HEB grocery store line, like you kind of in general are listening for certain things that are going to be important. I can tell there's something going on in the chat and I'm on my phone, so I can't see it. But you're going to have times that you'll be like looking I'm looking for someone that has diabetes or is pre-diabetic that Thursday night call would be helpful for. So that's kind of your zone, right? But don't miss out on the people that, have kids with allergies. Don't miss out on the people that $300 to $500 at the end of the month would be helpful. So you're ideally going to have a niche, I think that's how you say that word, that you're shooting for, that you're ideally looking for, but don't miss out business wise or product wise on the people who don't quite fit into that. I have a lot of y'all and different people ask, I want to find a 20 or 30-year-old. Okay, so let you in on a little secret. You want to find someone who is interested in health. You want to find someone who is interested in helping people. The 20-year-olds are not necessarily there. I'm not saying that as a wide majority, they're not there, but realistically, like they have so many other things on their mind right now that may not be your niche, whatever that word is, right? So you want someone who is looking to help people. You want someone who is interested in holistic health. You want someone who maybe likes to make a little money. If growing a big team and growing a big paycheck is important to you, you probably also want to find someone who needs this, because that is something that's going to be helpful. They either need the community or they need the paycheck. That's what's going to help them show up. That is what's going to help them like do well with this. Thank you for that. So going in, ideally you have a specific niche of a person or a thing or a community or a group that you're looking for. And that's going to come from like, look what your interests are. Do you love all these sourdough parties you see popping up? Host one. Do you love all these meal prep parties? Host one. Do you love that you can sit on your computer at home at night in your PJs with a glass of wine and invite people to a Dr. Sears event? Do that. Do you want to host a yoga event where you're doing like yoga and smoothies? Do that, right? Like if you want to meet people on the playground because your kid's always on the playground, you hear little kids like sniffling around you, do that. Whatever is relative for you and your season is how you're going to find your people. And then just like Mick said, this weekend, whether like I wouldn't recommend to like jump the gun, which I know this is not what Mick was saying, but don't jump the gun and like word vomit on someone about how amazing this product is, how amazing this company is, and scare them away entirely. But this is also an opportunity to be with people that know you. Like you're getting invited to family barbecues of people that know you. They know your health. They know your heart. So they probably know you do Juice Plus. They probably know you share this. And so going into it in a way that utilize that in a helpful way for you, like your community knows you. So maybe follow up with some people that you forgot you even shared Juice Plus with 5 years ago. Maybe follow up with people that you forgot. If there's somebody there that's going to be pre-diabetic, that this would be really helpful for, tell them, hey, I know that we're here for a barbecue and I'm not going to look at what's on your plate. Don't look at what's on mine. But this event, I just know would be really helpful for you. Utilize that and have those conversations. I have a lot of people that I talk to that want to make Juice Plus fit in this 15-minute category of life. And they want to make NMD tomorrow. And they want to do it not really having any conversations because that makes them nervous. But they also want to make $8,000+ a month, right? Like we all have had talked to somebody that wants to be there. Like, when do I get paid? I want that check to be really great. Yes, absolutely, Amy. Like that would be phenomenal. But the reality of the business is you climb the ladder and you talk to people. So don't miss out on the great conversations you can have when you're sitting in church. Don't miss out on the people you can meet when you're out for lunch. I was buying a coffee pot at Target and met the sweetest older couple yesterday and got their information because we were talking about coffee. Like you can build this community, and then that's where then eventually you're invited to family barbecues because they love you so much and they loved your recommendation on coffee, right? Like build this into where then I wouldn't hesitate to wait. There's like a happy medium, but don't let that make you nervous about this, because the compensation plan is designed to help you if you're interested in helping others. So as you have more conversations, as you talk to people about Juice Plus, as you share Juice Plus, you know, we used to do that 100 conversations, and I always really loved that. But at the same point, you don't get paid on conversations. You get paid on sales. You get paid when your team makes sales. But how do sales happen? With conversations. So don't forget about the basics of this, constantly meeting new people. So if you're on social media, you want to be constantly bringing people in to your online market, right? You want to be interacting on their stuff, maybe sending people messages so you're staying relevant in their feed. If you have no idea what that means because you're not on social media, then you want to be in a place that you're constantly meeting new people at your church, at your book club, at your public library. I don't even know other things that people do. I meet people at the gym. I meet people at the dog park, you know, at the Target coffee aisle. Like, you just want to meet people in places that is authentic to you and how that's going to work. Have those conversations, share what you do. Don't be embarrassed. I'm on board for people to be a little, increase curiosity, but we've all met somebody that we're like, at the end of the conversation, it's like icky, right? You know, that there was so much, I think that was their intention, but at the same point, I'm like, I have no idea how that man makes money, and I don't really want to know, you know, like, you've walked away from some of that where it wasn't a good feeling. So build up where you feel comfortable, but share what you do. Talk to people about this opportunity. If you're uncomfortable with the idea of inviting someone to a connection call, if you're uncomfortable with the idea of inviting someone on a Zoom event, if you're uncomfortable with any of this, talk to your sponsor. Oh gosh, I'm getting a phone call. Can y'all still hear me okay? Okay, I'm still here. You know, do all of that where you have the opportunity to create community, new community on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, depending on how fast your goals are. Create community that you can eventually get to know, build relationships with these people, talk to them about what's going on in their lives, and genuinely want to help them. Like, if you're just wanting to make a sale and a number, that's going to come across loud and clear. And those people will not do well with our compensation plan. They are going to do well with, okay, hang on. Can y'all still hear me okay? Brandon just texted me there's a massive snake. I do not want to leave this call, but I am a little bit, Mom, take it away for just a second and I will come right back.
Okay, I got you. To go deal with that. I'm so glad I'm in New Mexico, not in Waco. I do want to put a little plug in for what Brianna was just talking about. If you do have that interest in sourdough, Paula, I don't think I see her on tonight, but she has a sourdough event coming up June 9th in the Dallas area. So even if you're not in that area, but you have that interest, I bet that she would be one that you could get some ideas and pick her brain about that. And
Melinda?
Yes, sir.
There is a sourdough party board.
Oh, good.
That I just had shared with me. So I will share that in our Facebook group.
Oh, great. Okay.
Lots of materials, lots of resources, lots of guidance. So that could be very useful.
Yeah, and when Brianna was talking, I had just real quick, I had this happen today. I took Matthew over for a play date and was talking to the Aiden, who he was playing with. His grandmother were friends up here in where am I? Ruidoso. And her son was there, who I've met years ago, went to a Juice Plus thing in Lubbock with us years ago. He was telling me about doing his associate degree and getting back in school and thinking about maybe chiropractor school, maybe couple other things. And so I was like, yay, good. He just got through pre-algebra and he was all excited about that. And he said, you know, it's just so hard to make some money while I'm in college. And I was like, well, Travis, you could work with your mom and I if you want to. And he said, oh man, I would love that. I love sales and I love exercise physiology. He's a personal trainer. And he said, but you know, I don't know. I just don't have your words. I was like, silly boy, you have me. We do this all together. I told him, I mean, we do this like Noah's Ark, 2 by 2, everywhere we go. You just bring me your people. We talk to them together and all those orders go under you. But you have to do the customer service. So I'm going to train. And he goes, oh, I got that. I got that. And so, yeah, he's excited about jumping on board. I was just with Matthew at a play date. So exactly what Brianna's talking about. Jenny has always told us, you do not go out to do the business. You do the business while you're out. So, and that will be exactly in your sweet spot. That will be exactly in your niche. And so you can definitely attract the people that will be looking and praying for exactly what we have. Okay, so let's turn it over to questions. I know I'm going there. Dr. Rich has a question about what is a sourdough party? So let's see, who is the best person who's had a sourdough party? Anybody on here had a sourdough party? Nobody has had a sourdough party. Costanza, haven't you had a sourdough party? Wait, unmute. I can't hear you. You're muted, Costanza. Oh, there you go.
I haven't had a sour party. I do make it, but I haven't had one. So that would be a cool thing to look at when he posted.
So Costanza, can you just real brief go over the benefits of sourdough and why people would be interested in that in the Juice Plus world?
Well, first of all, it's cheaper to make than buying bread at the store. You know, the good bread is less than $5. The second is the sourdough doesn't give you the allergies that gluten gives you because it's fermented without yeast. The flour itself, you can buy your own organic flour, and it's fermenting for 8 days. So that's how it rises. So it doesn't have any other ingredients than the good flour that you put in it. And then you have bread at home. And then with that, you can make pancakes, you can make biscuits, you can make all kinds of things.
Thank you. Okay, and Dr. Tanner,
in addition to that, the real powerful connection for sourdough bread, and Costanza's exactly right, is gut health.
Yes.
So that's where you provide the people who come to your party with the starter. That's your gift, so they can go get the starter away, make sourdough bread. Then you talk about gut health and how important it is for this beautiful, natural, gluten-free-ish bread for your gut health. And then you can show a gut health video, and you can refer to the microbiome Juice Plus research. So it makes for a very powerful Juice Plus related event.
Yes.
and Dr. Taylor, while we've got you on this Zoom, would you like to add to what Mick is explaining as well?
Whoa.
Nothing to add. Mick said it all. I was just nodding and saying yes, checking off the points. Mostly about gut health. So yeah, on the biome, we've got a lot of very powerful information about that too now. So yeah, it's a perfect party. I believe you bring some flour with you, and they have the starter, and then you go home with it, and you know how to make it because they make a loaf there while you're waiting. I believe you also get to eat a bit of the loaf at the end.
So with your permission, I just posted this in our Juice Plus Team Eagles Facebook group. And here is the link to the sourdough board. And here are all the resources which are there, which help you to put on a successful sourdough party.
Perfect. Look at us. We just connect so well. Okay, perfect. Melissa, I think that hopefully did that cover what questions you had? Okay, great. Who else has a compensation plan? I'm going to kind of turn it back over to compensation plan. Any other of those numbers kind of question for Brianna tonight? I think she's back kind of halfway. She's snake hunting, but you can probably ask her a question.
Yes, my only other thing that I was going to add was if you build community that does things you like, you build the normal of it's in your routine of meeting new people. That doesn't have to be like scheduled. Your compensation plan is going to pay you really well to help people. So if you are wanting to help people with their health, you're in the right place. If you want to make a lot of money, build a community of other people that want to help people with their health. So that's where I was going before we saw this. It's just a big rat snake, but it is long.
Like I said, it's not rattling. That is good to know. Good to know. All right, perfect. I did hear something really cool at conference that I loved when you on the compensation plan, a two-step idea as you bring on people that are really interested. As Brianna said, a lot of people really do need to replace some income right now. So if you have a go-getter that really wants to move up that compensation plan, you can present it as a two-step start. The first step would be to build a qualified business, of course, with our help. Oh, and along the way, you'll get a couple of bonus checks. But the first thing you want to set their sights for is the qualified business. I think everybody on here on this call knows the benefits of the qualified business. And then the second thing, with the second step would be to get to sales coordinator, because obviously that is where you are at the highest compensation plan. And I loved that idea because you're not going, okay, we're going to try to get to Partner Plus, and then we're going to try to get to QSC. And now, oh yeah, how do we tell you, what is the reason that you need to be qualified, blah, blah, blah. You've just set the stage from the very start. You want to get a qualified business, so you pick up all the money that's available to you, and you want to make a sales coordinator position, so you pick up the highest commission level. And I, for one, will tell you what Brianna was talking about. Those of you that have been around for a while, you know, Cheryl was my very first partner, and she went right up to QNMD way before I did. And for years and years and years, I just made sure that we had a qualified business, and I had a comma in my check all those months. So I love that about this particular compensation plan. Cheers everybody on, everybody on. And the more that the people you help, the higher they go, the higher goes your check. So that is beautiful and very unusual. So any other questions? I know we're almost on the hour. Don't forget about the Stories of Hope, third week of June is going to be fascinating. Definitely worth inviting lots of people to. We try to keep those pretty diverse. If I nail down these two speakers I mentioned, one is Hispanic and the other one is African American. So that'll be good. I've still got to work on the host, but it's going to be a great night. Yeah. So yeah, we've got to work on that part. Any other final words as we hit the top of the hour for the good of the group? Mark, I can't believe you haven't said something yet. Mark with a C.
I'm not going to let Mark say anything. So I've got a rhetorical question, meaning I'll ask the question, then I'll answer it for you. The rhetorical question is, what is the one thing that stops not just new people, but a lot of people from sharing the business? The answer is their perception that they don't have a success story, that they haven't been successful enough to be able to tell someone what a great business this is. So that's why the Partner Plus promotion title reward, which now comes with a sponsor, active sponsor title reward. So just to remind you, someone makes Partner Plus in the first 10 days, they get a $100 title reward, and their sponsor also gets a $100 title reward. So let's say the sponsor just made Partner Plus last month, and that new Partner Plus sponsors someone who makes Partner Plus this month or the next month. That Partner Plus got a $100 title reward last month, got a $100 active sponsor reward for their new Partner Plus this month. And all that person needs, based on the fact that they already have $200 in rewards, in addition to sales profit, commission, and so on. The only thing that they now need is a vision for the future and an excitement about, oh my goodness, in my first 2 months, this is what happened to me. And here's where I see this taking me. It doesn't have to be national marketing director. It can be a much smaller goal than that. But people, that's why it's so important that when we get a new partner, we help them achieve those small wins, because they may look like a small win to me, but they look like a bloody big win, pardon the French, to them. Help them get a quick win and then another quick win, and then help them write a story. And the story is not more than, look what happened for me in my first 2 months, and here's where I see this taking me in the future. Armed with that, they can build a successful business to 500 a month if they want it, 1,000 a month if they want it, or more if they want it.
Absolutely. And that's why we like locking arms with them, not letting them do anything by themselves, because our stories are their stories. And you know, that we're just right there helping them. If you need some more encouragement on what Mick's talking about, the future, the men's call this week, Wednesday night, I believe that's Jay Thompson's going to be on that one. And that will definitely build your belief in where we're headed. He has been our, oh gosh, Mick, help me get this right. He has been
interim. He's our chief financial officer, who has been holding the position of interim CEO or COO, chief operating officer,
yes,
until the new Stuart Carnegie replacement comes on board next month.
Yay.
So I don't expect Jay to name the person, but I expect him to talk about the person.
There you go. All right, good. And that'll give you some good vision for what Mick's talking about to help inspire you and fire you up as you're sharing the business and the compensation plan. But remember, you don't have to know all of it. Like, it looks super complicated. All you have to do is introduce people with your connection call. So you're good. You're covered. We got this. All right. Anything else from the group? And then we will take it off. And don't forget, as Mick said, Monday night, we will not be here on the 29th. And then we'll be back on the 5th for our next gathering.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody.